This is the last video of the series of replacing your joiner cutter head with a new Helix. This one's going to cover the installation of the table and alignment. I didn't go into detail on the table installation because you have the video for disassembly. The big thing would be that you make sure that when you take the wires loose, you color code those lugs with some fingernail polish, and it makes it a lot easier when you have to go back and put everything back. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. I didn't have to do a lot of alignment because I didn't have to change table heights. The new cutter head really hit the table height on the outfeed of the joiner perfectly, so there really wasn't no adjustments need to be made other than aligning the saw. So I'll show you what I did there. I do something probably a little different than most people, but all I really use to do alignment on my saw and everything is straight edges and a square. So here we go. Alright, so we're putting it back into the case. Extra hand would be advisable. Got to watch this rod right here. There's actually a slot in this cabinet it fits into. In it. It'll pivot. When you're inside that slot, that rod will pivot inside that slot if you let it down. the machine moved back into the shop now. Now it's just a matter of bolting the top back down and putting all the guards back on, and of course doing the fun part of alignment. I'm sure with me moving this thing out to the my shop to do welding on it and everything, I probably knocked the saw out of alignment. So. Really no need to tighten these up a little bit. You can get a little adjustment out of this top. It'll help you when you line it back up with a slide table. Just leave them backed off about half a turn. Put the belt cover back on. Next thing to do is get the tape off the adjustment rod and get the adjustment rod put back in place for the saw. Well, I checked the alignment on my saw blade to groove, and in the transport and other welding activities I did on it, I ended up knocking it out about 30 thousandths. So I've got to get it back into alignment with the groove. I had previously scribed marks onto the table that line up with this plate that goes onto the saw assembly. And this straight edge has been drilled with the table with 1/8 inch holes that line it up with the plate and the scribe lines. And I put roll pins in there so that I can do this, realign this easily. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Not sure if you can see it or not. Move this over a little bit, you might be able to. But you're essentially up against the plate up here at the front, and at the rear of the plate you got about 30 thousandths gap. And it proves out when I measure it from the straight edge to the groove also. So what I'm going to do now is I have to swing the straight edge out of the way so I can loosen that bolt and try to move things over. So I had to go drill a hole in my straight edge so I could get to that set screw. That bolt that holds the swing arm on the saw there. Otherwise, I could push that over and then tighten it up at the same time. There we go. That's set back in where it's supposed to be. Now see, we're up against right here. Got about being since I loosened the screw, we're about 60 thousandths now. We're just going to press that up against there. You got to be careful. You press it too much, you'll start seeing it pull out from the other side. There we go. That's on the money. Makes it a lot easier trying to do alignment when you have these things already preset. Now the blade is aligned to the groove. Now some of y'all that have the old style groove in there and don't use it at all, then it probably doesn't make much difference. All you have to do is do the alignment to the table, but I've got a 3/8 by 3/4 inch groove in here now, so I've got it to where I can use it, so I'll go ahead and align it to it. I know this isn't the complete alignment of the sliding table, but I didn't have to change the height of my main table because the cutter head that came in from Helix matched mine exactly. So I didn't have to do anything as far as changing my head, my table heights. So my table height on the sliding table is good. All I needed to do after I aligned the saw to the groove, which is actually aligned to this straight edge, is check my sliding table. All I had to do is make an adjustment here on my miter gauge, and you see I'm up against it the whole way right here, and just slide it through, and it's staying right up against it all the way through. So we're good. No need for all the dial indicators and everything else. I guarantee it's within a couple thousandths through that entire run, so there's no need to be doing anything with it. Well, that should do it for the series. Helix header head's installed. Everything works properly. I will go ahead and run some black walnut through there to show you what the finish is on another video. I'm essentially going to do that and then run it through a new planer that I bought, and I'm going to go ahead and make a video on that new planer at the same time. So, but I'll give you an advance. The finish is great. It's just perfectly smooth. So I was really happy with it. The Helix head was a good investment. All right, thank you.